What do mommy blogs, the Boston Globe, and the collapse of Western civilization have in common? Welcome to John for the Giant. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment to tell me just how mistaken I am later on. All right, so I read this article from the Boston Globe. My wife made this mug, in which a woman asks with a straight face whether she can have a friend with benefits and still stay married to her husband. She bemoaned in this story the fact that her sex life was moribund, wanted to have sex with someone who wasn't her husband to get her kicks, and decided that the Boston Globe, a newspaper of note, was the perfect place to publish her gentle musings on the theme. So, the content of the article itself is not actually the topic for today's video, but I want to give a kind of a brief take on it by reading my friend Gregory's comments on the article. So, a Facebook friend of mine, one Gregory, shared this article and I saw it, and he made some comments that I thought worth sharing. Okay, so addressing this woman. Number one, you are not in love with your husband, so stop lying to yourself. You just want to commit adultery. So there's that. Two, you hurt too much and are too fatigued to have sex with your husband, but you just need this coworker of yours. That's convenient. You and your husband should have paid attention to the statistics that show that when a man takes over the traditional feminine household duties, his wife quickly loses sexual interest in him. People hate that one. Hate it. Just hate it. But it's true. And in my own very healthy marriage, I could see that happening. It's very easy to visualize. All right. The last one, directed to the woman, is telling her that she is the human equivalent of pond scum. So mean. Okay, Gregory's mean. All right, so we've got this out of the way. Let's talk about what this video was actually about. We need this Boston Globe article there in the background. Okay. One of the ideas that made this woman think it was okay not only entertain these thoughts, but to write about them and to publish them in a prominent publication is actually perfidiously nestled into evangelical thought today. People think the same way this woman does within the evangelical church. And I call this mode of thinking the memoir fallacy. The memoir fallacy is what, for example, beautiful mess bloggers operate under, just to name one group. It's a way of thinking that has infiltrated evangelicalism, but especially from millennials on down. I say millennial, I'm not sure if I can classify myself as a millennial or not. I'm 40 years old. I was born in 1978. People are trying to give a new name to this generation between generations. You can take this as grumpy old manism or not, as you wish. Okay, so memoir fallacy. It's a subjective way of looking at the world in which the journey is more important than the destination. I mean, surely you've seen the motivational posters saying that. The journey is more important than the destination. Okay, fine. I mean, whatever. Not necessarily a pernicious thought, but okay, so what that says is, with memoir, the memoir fallacy, it's okay for me to have a messy house. It's okay for me to labor under homosexual attraction, or to question the authority of Scripture, or to entertain thoughts of having a fuck buddy at work. The important thing is that I'm processing it, I'm writing about it, and I'm sharing my struggle with you. Unfortunately, this has the effect of actually legitimizing sin. Of course, yes, there are hypocrites, whitewashed tombs who have clean houses and are full of wickedness. That doesn't mean that you should have a dirty house. And writing about it isn't going to make it okay. I mean, writing about it as a beautiful mess sort of thing. To continue my grungy analogies, this way of thinking is a big circle jerk. But maybe this is the best thing about being a writer, right? Like maybe being able to make anything I want to, quote, struggle with, unquote. Maybe it's a way for me to turn my struggles into something legitimate and worthy of nurture. But of course, the problem is that sin should not be nurtured. Obviously, there aren't very many evangelicals who would try to pull a stunt like this Boston Globe woman is, but I hope this illustrates our tendency to use social media to bring sin into the light and say that it's beautiful because of our beautiful memoir style writing. I don't know. It's not. It's not beautiful. We all sin. We have messy homes. We yell at our children. We're lazy when we should work. We neglect our spouses. We have wicked sexual attractions, wicked sexual behaviors. We can confess it, biblically, of course. We can bring it into the light. But when our sin is brought into the light, it must be in order to kill it. Bring sin into the light in order to kill it, not to legitimize it, not to get everyone else to say, "Oh, me too," and isn't it so beautiful? Oh, Jesus save us, and thank you for watching. May the peace of Christ be upon you. Don't forget to comment below.